Today, I am speaking with Laura Hope Cordell, Volunteer Executive Director of Kindness Community CIC.
Congratulations, Laura. You were successful at the Kent and Medway Healthwatch Recognition Awards 2024 in the Excellence in Empowered Communities category, where you were recognised for your ceaseless energy in your community and distribution of kindness kits to those struggling with mental and physical health. Could you tell us a little bit more about these kindness kits?
So the kindness kits go out on our website. People can nominate someone to receive a kindness kit, and they are like a little bit of love through the letterbox. So they include things that I make on behalf of the kindness community. So lots of uplifting gifts and things which are designed to make people feel loved and supported and cared for. And they also include things like our support information, how they can get involved, how they can get more support from us, signposting to other agencies, etc. And then they include things from other small businesses as well that might have got involved in our kindness community market, which is our biggest fundraiser.
Lovely. That sounds amazing. Can you tell me a little bit of the impact that you've seen them having?
So it's really incredible. I get messages from all over the world of people saying that they've received one. A lot of the time I don't get to hear or see exactly what's happened with them because people have been sent them, and a lot of people like to keep their mental health private, so people don't necessarily come on sort of singing and dancing about it. But I'll get private messages from people about them sometimes. And then we actually had two people came over to me at one event this week and said, "Oh, do you remember you sent one to my niece and she was in hospital having cancer treatment and now she's better, and it's so exciting that she's kind of going on with her life, but that really helped her when she was struggling." And we had another one that was saying that we'd sent them a kindness kit as well when they were having a really hard time, and the difference that it made. And then they've now got a stall in our kindness market. So it's amazing to kind of see the sort of full circle effect of it as well. So yeah, that's really lovely, really encouraging to see that kind of feedback.
Oh, that sounds really gorgeous, that you can actually have the impact and you can see the difference it's made to
Yeah,
people's mental health.
yeah, fabulous. And we've actually sent over 500 mental health packs just this year, completely free, paid for by our fundraising. And we have no kind of criteria or judgment or referral process on those. People can literally go to our website, www.kindness-community.com, and we'll send them one. No questions asked. Don't need to see their GP or anyone else. Obviously, we'd encourage people to get more support if they need it, but then they can get support from us without those other hurdles. There's still so much stigma around mental health that so many people then don't go to their GP, or sadly what we see a lot of the time is people do go to their GP and then they're told they're not severe enough and get sent away. And that just absolutely breaks my heart, because I think early intervention is so crucial in helping people, and all the way up to like looking after the economy. Like if we treat people soon and we help people at the first signs of distress or physical illness or whatever's going on for them, the sooner people get help, the sooner and the better those outcomes are.
Thank you for that. And could you tell me a little more about your weekly kindness and wellbeing group and what prompted you to set it up in the first place?
Yeah, so I fell ill at age 29. I just got married, was really happy, really healthy, so I thought. And then 2 weeks after I got married, the rug was just ripped from under me. I became chronically ill with an incurable condition and disabled. So my mobility is really poor. I can sort of walk around the living room, that's about it. So I need a mobility scooter or a wheelchair to get out of the house. And that first year, actually, I didn't have a mobility scooter, and my arms aren't strong enough to self-propel. So I was always relying on somebody taking me out. I'm very lucky in that I've got fantastic family, husband, support, but their world didn't stop just because mine did. So they still had to go to work all the hours of the day and commute to the city and everything else. But I was literally on my own at home, staring at the same four walls, 12, 14 hours a day with nothing. And social services just said to me, "Oh, I suppose we can take you to a day centre," which, if you're not familiar, that's sort of generally a centre for particularly old people, that it just wasn't going to meet my needs at all. No disrespect at all to people who need that facility, and it's a very worthwhile facility. But 80-year-old and 29-year-old, there's a huge difference there, and my needs were not going to be the same as theirs, and they couldn't offer me anything different. I was just left with nothing. And so I really wanted to be able to connect with people, and I wanted to help more people. And I know that there's this huge gap, particularly for kind of working age people. We seem to sort of fall through the net. So to go from that and having a really full social life to literally, like, within a day, that's it. I couldn't walk properly anymore. My life just completely turned upside down. And I know that's the case for a lot of other people. And when you can't get any support or any sort of encouragement, or you can't kind of link up with other people, that kind of connection is so vital. And when COVID happened, I think I'd already experienced that almost like lockdown of my life through being chronically ill and isolated. But so many more people then saw that as their situation, and like mental health needs spiked through lots of people that had never struggled before. And then there were just more and more and more people that needed help, and more people that had become really isolated. And I knew I had to do something to help, because I needed it for myself, and there wasn't anything. There was just nowhere for us to go. So I spoke to my local counsellor and kind of ran the idea by her. She loved it. She very kindly helped us to get a bit of funding to sort of get us off the ground. And then she recommended a local church to go and speak to as a venue. And yeah, so then as soon as the lockdown restrictions lifted, we were pretty much ready to go. So yeah, we had the first meeting, and I was like so nervous, didn't know if anyone was going to turn up or anything, and just thinking like, what am I doing? This was like, it wasn't like the plan to do this. It was literally out of, there was a need, and if I needed it, other people needed it, and I had to do something to fill that need. So now we've probably got, I would guess, maybe about 50 members, but there's no commitment. They don't have to kind of pay up front to come or anything. It is as accessible as we can possibly make it, and we've got about 30 odd different craft materials and activities that they can do. We've got games and puzzles and tons of really, really good mental health resources and signposting, and obviously tea and coffee and chat and hugs if they want them.
But it sounds like you've created a really safe and welcoming space for people.
Yeah.
It sounds very like there's no pressure, you do you.
Yeah, exactly.
And that, lovely.
And no judgment is crucial. So we're a peer support group. So I'm not there as an expert or a counsellor or anything. It is that we've all had tough times in our lives, and there's, you don't have to kind of have any criteria to meet to come along. Everybody is welcome.
Lovely. And so can I ask, how did it feel to be recognised at the Kent and Medway Healthwatch Recognition Awards back in March?
Oh, it was incredible. It was so lovely to even be nominated, was just a huge honour. And seeing all the other projects and things that are going on in the county was just incredible. It was so humbling to be part of such an amazing group of people, and like the energy in the room of people that genuinely care and want to make a difference in their community was just fantastic for me. It felt like it was just such a lovely, warm vibe of being in a room full of love, if you like.
It sounds so supportive. So can I ask, just as a last question, is there any advice that you would give to anyone who's thinking of nominating a project for next year's Kent and Medway Healthwatch Recognition Award?
I think just absolutely go for it. If you're thinking of nominating someone, or you deserve to be nominated, absolutely go for it. It's been fantastic for us to be recognised in that capacity as well, especially with like so many incredible projects and things going on. Like, I did absolutely not think that we had a chance of winning. So it was just so wonderful to see such great projects, and really inspiring as well, and like networking with other people that are doing fantastic things and seeing other projects and things happening and what else we could maybe get involved with or link up with was really, really good. And it's been great for us in terms of sort of publicity, of letting more people know about our work as well, which is, we're constantly trying to outreach and bring more people into our sort of network to get more support. That's what it's all about for us.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Laura. I really appreciate your time and everything you're doing in the community. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I am grateful to be joined by Robbie Goatham, Manager for Healthwatch Kent. Robbie, could you let me know why Laura was recognised at the Kent and Medway Healthwatch Recognition Awards 2024 in the Excellence in Empowered Communities category?
So Laura was recognised for two main things, one of them being a regular community group that she facilitated, and then also the distribution of kindness kits as well. And one of the reasons we particularly wanted to nominate Laura is that what she's doing in the community is around in the area of Temple Hill in Dartford, which we know is one of the most deprived areas in the county. So we know there's lots of health inequalities happening in that area. So what she was doing was really to meet people's needs, support them with some mental health, their well-being, and just generally trying to, that those acts of kindness that were lifting people's moods and supporting them as well. So yeah, we thought she deserved a nomination.
Brilliant. She sounds a very worthy winner. So thank you for joining me today, Robbie. We really appreciate your time.
Thanks.